It's Mark from Top Local. We're here with Bernie Pawlik of the award-winning Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver. 16-time winners of Best Auto Repair in Vancouver as voted by their customers. How you doing, Bernie?
I'm doing very well.
So we're going to talk about a Ford 350, your favorite repair vehicle, a 2008. These ones, this is a newer motor, the 6.4 liter diesel, but there was an exhaust leak that you need to work on. What was going on with this car?
Yeah, so our client brought the vehicle to us with a complaint of an exhaust smell inside the vehicle. Very, very noticeable and very, very pungent smell.
So how did you find the source of the leak?
Well, we have a few methods. Sometimes you can listen for a leak. In this case, there wasn't really a lot of noise associated with it. So we use one of our good methods, which is a smoke machine. A smoke machine basically is as the name implies, it's a device that generates smoke, and we use it for a variety of items in the auto repair industry for finding vacuum leaks, exhaust leaks, all sorts of useful things you can do with it. You can even find interior water leaks, although we rarely do those sort of services. But what we do is we can attach with adapters, we can attach the smoke machine into the exhaust system, and what it does is it generates a very thick white smoke, and whenever there's a leak, it'll actually force the smoke out. So with that, we were able to find the leak.
So where was the leak coming from?
The leak was coming from the back of the engine. There are 3 small exhaust pipes that connect the exhaust manifolds to the turbochargers and the EGR valve, and one of those pipes is badly broken. It's common on these engines after a while for this to happen. I'll just share some photos here.
So was it really loud?
No, it wasn't actually. And I'll just share these photos and I'll talk about the noises in a sec. Now, can you see this?
Yep.
Okay, so there's our F350 truck. It's a little dirty, hard to get vehicles washed and cleaned this time of year around Vancouver, especially after our long, icy, snowy weather. There's the this is the back of the engine. So this is a cab off repair job. You don't have to do it, but we opted to do it for the amount of time involved. Makes for a much easier, neater job. Now, if you look on the left side of the back of the engine, actually I can use the mouse pointer here, you can see this is the pipe that was blown. You can see it's just covered in black soot. There's also some leakage present in this area here with the second pipe. So with the cab off, it makes it a lot easier to replace the pipe. And we opted to replace all 3 pipes. It really wouldn't make a lot of sense not to do it while you go through the effort of taking the cab off. So this is the after the repair, all nice and clean. These are the 3 pipes. This one, so this pipe here comes from the right manifold to the turbo. This one from the left manifold to the turbo, and this connects to the EGR system.
Did you just replace it with Ford parts, or is there an aftermarket fix for this failure?
It's all sorry, Mark. It's all Ford parts. That's really where they all seem to be available. I read that I didn't notice any difference, but apparently they may have redesigned them to be a little more durable. But this truck is, what, 2008? It's, 9 years old, 180,000 kilometers. So, if it lasts the same amount of time again, it's a long time.
Sure. So I'm guessing this is definitely, based on it's a cab off repair, this was definitely not a simple fix for this vehicle.
There's nothing on a Ford diesel that's simple on any vintage, and it's a lot of work no matter which way you slice it. This is a really, these engines are really complicated, and the way they build things, there's just not a lot of room around anything to get at things. You were asking too whether this was loud or not, and the answer is no, it wasn't. But we've seen this on other vehicles where you'll get under certain load conditions hissing sounds and noises similar when these pipes start to go. So that's often an indication, especially at the back of the engine, that the pipes are starting to crack, even before you get the smell of diesel fumes.
So other than this, how are these 6.4 engines for reliability?
Well, there are issues. Ford only used these for 3 model years, and I tried to do a little research just to figure out why that was, because they're certainly not as bad as a 6-liter engine, but and I still don't have a definitive answer on that, other than I think their relationship with Navistar just went south. But Reliability, not fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of issues with fuel getting into the oil. We can discuss these in further hangouts, but fuel getting into the oil, there's water and fuel issues, turbocharger problems, these exhaust pipes are another one, radiators leaking. So they're not fantastically reliable compared to the Chevy or the Dodge. And a lot of the issues are around the emission system. They get very poor fuel economy, and that's disappointed a lot of owners with these vehicles. But they are a nice running engine. They're the first generation of that nice quiet diesel engine where you don't hear a lot of noise when the engine's running. So I mean, they are good in many respects, but just not as reliable.
So, and they were replaced with the 6.7?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any issues with that so far. So I think that's been so far good. I mean, not like any engine. I know there are some issues out there, but they're not at all like their predecessors. So I think Ford made a good move there.
So there you go. If you need some service for your Ford diesel vehicle, you want to keep it running, right, it's a big investment. These are the guys to call in Vancouver. Pawlik Automotive, they're experts. They've dealt with dozens and dozens of these vehicles and fixed them every time. These are the guys to call, 604-327-7112, or check out their website, pawlikautomotive.com. Tons of information on there about all kinds of diesels and other vehicles. Thanks a lot, Bernie.
Thanks, Mark.